rap about? Yeah, little bitch, I air it out. Clear it out, we ain't fighting unless we in jail. How much gun smoke can you inhale? The whole scene bloody and I'm still standing. Chopper going off doing real damage. Left his brains on his bitch, did he real? No front, no faking, that's what you be doing. And in my hood, we call that studioing.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Ethan from The Riot, no studio, and you are tuned in to the conference call where the bosses talk. Yes, I got my co-host with me, man. Talk to the people, bro. It's been a minute.
Craig, back in the building. Y'all know I've been on a brief hiatus, but we here, man. Nevertheless, we in the building. We're going to get straight to it like we always do.
All right, and we got a very special guest with us, man. Honestly, one of... not just someone who, I look up to as an artist, but also someone who I've seen, in a lot of different areas of media when it comes to, making shows, making movies, everything that he's got going on, everything he touches always gets, I want to say it turns to gold, basically, you know what I'm saying? He's got a lot of great projects that he's always involved with. My guy, Emerson Kennedy, man, how you doing?
Oh, man, I'm good, man. Appreciate y'all having me, man. I've been tuned in to y'all, man. Y'all got some really good cooking here, man, so thank you for having me.
Appreciate that, man.
Thank you for the kind words, too, yeah.
Yep. And, you've had a lot going on. For one thing, I guess to start with, you came out and said a couple of times that this is your last year in battle rap.
Yeah.
That you want this to be your last year in battle rap. So talk about like why that is. I'm saying you've, as someone who knows you, battle rap isn't everything to you. That sounds like a crazy thing to say for an artist, but there's artists out there who want to pursue other avenues. There's guys who want to do different things, whether it's in podcasts or TV. Yeah. We've seen a lot of dudes branch out in a lot of areas. But for you, branching out is mandatory. For you at this stage in your career. So break that down for us. What's the deal?
Yeah, I guess when it comes to battle rap, like I love it too much not to be committed fully to it. And I'm too competitive not to be committed fully to it. And all the interest that I've had, like, I don't know, the last couple of years of my life, I've been really trying to explore just like general interest that I have and see how good I can get or see how much research I can do into another field. And when you're doing that in battle rap in a highly competitive sport, like, I hate to liken it to like MMA, but, fighters, like if they're not completely in love with it, every time they go out, they can like really get hurt. You can really get scraped up.
Same thing with a lot of sports. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I know battle rap isn't a physical sport, but like if you're not completely in love with it, someone that's half your skill level can like really sit you down, bro. Like just because matchups make fights. So with battle rap, I'm like, man, I've really developed some other interests this year that earn and deserve my attention, which automatically takes away from battle rap. And I was trying to do battles in between these projects last year and just get my ass kicked. Like only like 75% of me in these battles. So like I love it too much to do it half-heartedly. Okay. And I've kind of got my answer with battle rap, like where my skill level kind of stands. And so I've kind of got my answer. I just want to leave it on my terms.
Okay.
I hate saying I don't like to say never, but it feels like it's the last year.
I was just about to say, we hear this a lot from a lot of battlers. And I know sometimes when we hear retire, we hear stepping away. Or we're not going to see you as frequent. It might pop out for the special events or for something, like it may be a battle that you've always wanted and you just couldn't quite get it. Yeah. And now it presented itself. So would you still be willing to come outside for events like that or for opportunities like that? Or are we saying that it's a wrap for sure?
Yeah, I would say the former. Like I'm kind of where Ilmac is.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think Ilmac would ever say finally, never.
Yeah.
Or like where Iron is.
Yeah.
Where Iron Solomon is. It's like
wherever he is right now.
Wherever he is. Yeah. It'd have to make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to say never, but like it'd have to make a lot of sense. I've battled a lot of people I've already wanted to battle, hit stages I've already wanted to be on.
For sure.
And now like at some point you can't really serve two masters, and so like I'm really dedicated to doing other projects, and battling takes a lot out of me, bro. Like this nigga Geechi, I think he can like take a battle and write the day before and shit. 'Cause he got like a photographic memory and shit. Like I am not like that. It takes me a long time to write, a long time to memorize, and it takes like a lot out of me. So like I've always likened it to, let's say a promoter hits you, it's like, EK, can we get you in Milwaukee in 2 months? And you say yes, you take the deposit, right? It feels like you've just put a backpack on as soon as you say yes.
Right.
Definitely understand that.
And the closer the day gets, the backpack just gets heavier and heavier and
Right.
heavier. So like, you could be 2 weeks away, you could be with your people, you know what I mean, or shopping, and you're just like feeling those backpack like straps kind of tighten a little bit. It's like shit's coming, like, because it's really anxiety. You know what I mean? I get nervous to perform, so it really is a lot of anxiety with it. So like, that's the part I won't miss, but I will miss the competition for sure.
So when did you kind of come to the conclusion of, okay, like I want to step away from this, for the most part permanently? This was, as I understand it, sometime last year. It's led into some of the matchups that you've had already, dating back to last year. Like the Nitty battle was a part of the, the last campaign. So when did you kind of realize that, all right, I want to, this is what I want to do? Yeah,
it was like just personal anecdote. I've always wanted to make projects since I was a kid, and it was a wide range of stuff what I wanted to do. And I would get depressed as a kid, and I correlated it. Finally found out it was like directly correlated to when I can't make the things I want to, I get like sad as a kid.
Yeah.
And battle rap started to be that. It was like getting in the way of the things I wanted to make. And I was like, damn, man, I'm feeling a lot of frustration as of last year because I'm taking so many battles and I take so long to prepare for them. It's getting in the way of other things that I want to make. So I just had like a lot of anxiety and stress about it. So I was like, man, I think I got to put this down in order to pick something else up, So I knew like when the New Year came around, I'd want to make sure I had like my best performances and battle the best out there before I say goodbye.
That's dope because like it's the Kobe tour, how everyone knows it and they're like, okay, we have to go see this. If we want to go see it live, let's go out and we're going to make a real effort to go out and see these performances to make sure, and for you to be a performer and at the top of your game, to understand that I know that if I'm wrapping it up, I want to give these people my full and everything that I have because, excuse me, I know a lot of people believe, and this is obviously our battle rap show, a lot of people say, you guys make a lot of money in 9 minutes, for 9 minutes. Yeah. I'm like, bro, you guys got a real bad misunderstanding of this. It's 9 minutes of performing it, but for you to actually put it together, get it memorized. Then if you got any type of, you're going to act it out, to understand all of these different things, to get that tight, I mean, that takes an extreme amount of time. I couldn't do it. Yeah, like I said, if I was battling, like for me to make songs, I rapped for a while, and for me to make songs, I'm so much of a perfectionist. It would probably take me a solid week to get the song, and that's just one verse. 16 bars for me to get it. My ad-lib's perfect for me to be able to rap it flawlessly, memory. So I could imagine, and I pay a lot of homage to you guys for just like, you guys, what you do, it's an art form and it's a beautiful thing. And I think that you're a great representative of the West, and I do want to give you those flowers because you're not the typical battle rapper. Nope. And I don't think that a lot of people, when they see you or hear you, your tone is very different, your cadence, your flow, like your style all together. I actually was live with you and Vixen. I was in the building that day, and I think you had a kimono on when you walked in. Yeah. And I'm like, people are already like, what the hell? It's like, or the color hair.
In the heart of LA too. Like, Active came up to me, and Active always gives me shit about. He was talking to me. He's like, nigga, your hair's pink, and he's like, I gotta walk away. And Active like, oh nigga, I gotta walk away, nigga. I can't be seeing you.
But it's the dope thing too, because I think that I'm a really big anime fan as well, but it ties in the correlation of being extremely hood, but then me myself loving something it's based up in Japanese in Japan, and I'm thinking, oh, he comes Super Saiyan God mode. I'm thinking like he about to turn up. So it's like it depends on the fans and how we look at it, but I think that you bring a great mixture of both of those into the culture to where you're fully yourself, but you embody the culture as well.
Appreciate that, man. I work hard on that because like I think battle rap, although being one of the like best things that ever happened to me, I think a lot of people aren't themselves as much as they
100%.
Could be. And I really like, and I think like, I read a quote somewhere that like life is a race to be yourself, and I feel like battle rap is that as well. It's like people get really good when they start embracing themselves.
Yep.
Like Pat Stay's proof of that. Like guys like. Even when you're talking of like Geechi's third rounds and shit like that, where it's like that's just him. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like if you could really tap into yourself, people can sense that. Like, oh, that person's authentic, and he might not be rapping or conduct his life the way I fuck with, but it's honest.
Exactly.
So battle rap stuff. Another thing I wanted to say about battle rap, like about why walking away from it was a big thing. And I apologize I didn't mention this first. Is that I didn't know why I was doing it still.
Yeah.
Because like I make a bad businessman, bro. money can only make me so happy, you know? Like, I grew up on rap where it's like, get money, get money, get money, get money, you know? And I always fucked with it, you know? Like, listening to Nip was like a religion for me, you know? But like, for me personally, just my own life, money became like motivating for me. That's weird to say. That's weird to say in the black culture where it's like, not black culture, maybe hip hop culture, where it's like, nigga, you better get your bag no matter what. You know, like, don't go to bed broke, you know? Like, but for me, if I had to be honest with myself, I was like, the money was not motivating me. And the competition wasn't motivating me anymore. And I had to like really take a look, and forgive me because I'm highly therapized. So I'm like, I'll probably go too deep into these thoughts. But like, I was like, man, why am I doing this? And I realized, one, it was for money, which wasn't a substantial enough money to change my life. And two, I think I was just seeking attention, bro. I think I was afraid, like maybe as all artists, most artists are, like people not recognizing them, that they're just going to fade away. So they keep putting out stuff, not for purity reasons, not because they want to make art, but they're just like afraid nobody will notice them, you know? And I kind of had to assess that. I was like, bro, am I just doing this for attention?
Wow.
Like, and when the motivation doesn't
Is
feel
this a
pure,
cry for help for this whole time? My entire battle rap career has been a cry for help for this whole time.
No, but don't get it twisted. Some people do just do it for attention and they whoop ass at it. You know what I mean? They're great at it.
Yep.
But me, I was just like, I found anything I create, I'm like, if it's not pure in the creation, the motivation isn't pure. I don't feel like I should be still doing it. You know what I mean?
So do you feel like you've made that mark? I mean, in the grand scheme of things, when we look in the culture as far as the people who've came in, pioneered it, innovated it, championed it, you know, do you feel like you've made your mark in battle rap?
Not close to what I wanted to, but enough to feel good about it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Not close to what I wanted to, but I hope I brought something. I don't know. I hope I brought something significant to it, you know? Like, and that's the thing. If I truly believe now in the last 3 or 4 years, I'm like, no matter what I make, I only own it up until the part I put it out. Like, once I put it out, I'm like, it just belongs to people now.
It is what it is.
You know, so like I could hope as much as I want to that I'm putting it out well, but I truly say bye to it once I perform it. You know what I mean? It's like whether it's a stupid skit, whether it's a battle, whether it's a music like song or something, I'm just like, I only own it until I put it out. Then it's the people's, you know, and that's how I believe in creation. So like whatever they want to do with it, when people say like EK's trash, he's right. You know, and when some people say EK's got the best pen in the world, he's right too, you know, because it's like, it doesn't even belong to me anymore, you know?
So do you feel like by the end of this, I guess this stretch that you're going through right now, where it's, you know, you took the Nitty battle, the Geechi battle, the A-Ward battle that just happened, and then you have a couple more matchups that are still left to go. You know, and these are people who you really want to battle. These are matchups that, you know, we discussed, you know, a couple months ago that that you said that these are the people you have to take before you leave. So do you feel like after this is done, you feel like that narrative might be changed? You feel like there might be, you know, maybe you're adding just a little bit more to that legacy before you leave?
Yeah. I wanted to be really picky with the matchups, not to ruin it because we're like working on a docu-series about me retiring. But like, it's tough because when you decide to leave something, I haven't had flawless performances, you know? So, you know, like, me and Geechi battled maybe a month or 2 ago, you know, in LA, which is like a suicide mission. I don't know whose idea that was, you know? Fans were unbiased though, for the most part, you know? But like, I thought I had like an amazing first round, you know? And that's going to be the first episode of the docuseries. It's me and Geechi, you know? And I thought I had an amazing first round and it just came out so flat. You know, I think Geechi just says some like slick shit rebuttal and the fans just go fucking crazy, you know? So the pressure's always on in battle rap, but if you're like, this is my last year battling, you're trying to get it all back. You know what I mean? Like, so
I want it all.
Yeah,
give me all
so like,
cheers.
and just like, and this is a spoiler alert. The A-Word battle, I just choked, and it's a 1 round. Completely went blank after like 4 bars.
Wow.
Yeah, and I never do. I mean, I haven't done that in a decade. You know, since I like started really battling and stuff like that's like tough to sit with. That's why I did kind of underestimate it when I would leave battle rap. It's like, oh, if I'm not happy with the performance, it's like, no, next time, nigga. It's like, you know, it's a rap for you, you know.
That's it. That's
so
all.
that's what's been kind of interesting, you know. It's like that. I thought I'd have some like closure on it, but no. When you're a competitor, it's like, fuck, man, it just still sits there.
So with this thought in mind that it is a docuseries, are we going to be waiting for like this great crescendo at the end? And is it going to be like, oh, damn, that's the last one? Like, is it going to be, hopefully you can get that final boss for you. And for all of us, the final boss is definitely different. But is it going to be that, like, our protagonist, he's able to get to this mountaintop, and then we're able to see that final battle?
Yeah, As a filmmaker, I would say yes, I hope so. But
sure.
when you're filming real life, you could only hope for what you hope for. Like whatever happens.
Yeah.
So I would hope that's the case. But I'm battling 6 people, and they're each an individual episode. The battles. You know? So in the beginning was like, wait, what do I want to get from battle rap before I leave from it? Because I know I feel unsatisfied. And so I was like, maybe if I battle 6 of these people, I'll find out. Because it's like, can I really match up with the best in the world? Maybe that's the answer I'm looking for. So I'm trying to answer that throughout battling these 6 people, and we're only 3 in so far. So I don't know. I don't even know what the answer will be.
Yeah. So we're halfway through the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there is there a documentary style or a documentary out there that's kind of inspiring your style for this? Like, is this going to look like Hard Knocks, or is this going to look like The Last Dance, or is there something that you feel like a direction creatively that you're going to be going in?
It's high-minded. It's artistic.
Okay.
Because I'm doing it. So it's probably more artistic than it needs to be. But it's definitely highly stylized. And I wanted to shoot battle rap different than anybody's shot battle rap before. And Nitty, we got to experiment with that a little bit.
Right.
That was just us scheming for a day on how to shoot battle rap, And so before, when we went to production on this, we had all the ideas, one opponent would be wearing a helmet camera while the other one's rapping at them, but then we couldn't use a wide, so
Oh, that's true. That would have been dope, though.
Yeah, and the angles looked amazing when we did test shots of it. You get this kind of fisheye of someone rapping right at you, So
the fans get the perspective of being in the battle.
Exactly.
That'd be
dope. Yeah. So we had the idea of we would shoot that. We'd shoot the battle regular, or then maybe just take 1 or 2 rounds and wrap them again with the opponent with the camera on. But it's just hard to match the consistency and the continuity of the show,
So this docuseries told a story. I know you just previously said when you put the art out to the world, it is whatever the audience consumes it as.
Yeah.
Which I believe true artists, that's the way that you should move. But if you personally, if you say this is the story I want to be told from this, what would you want people to draw from this?
That's a great fucking question. Yeah, I guess it's not the story that I want to be told. It's like a question that I was asking myself.
Perfect.
Because when we live in a capitalistic society, a lot of us is determined on what we do for a living.
Yeah.
And what that's made me do is I've had so much of my identity wrapped up in being a battle rapper. I was kind of low-key don't even know what I am outside of it. So it's it's me trying to answer that question. It's bro, a lot of people know me from battle rap.
Yeah.
And if I put it down, it's what am I after that?
Damn.
And I don't even truly know, so it's just because your identity gets wrapped up so much, and the first time you meet someone, you're always what do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
Yeah.
And what we do is when truthfully, in my world, it's that even shouldn't even be a marker of who you are.
Yeah.
I know a lot of niggas that work at somewhere they fucking hate. That has nothing to do with who they are. You know what I mean? So so I was wondering, I'm man, I have so much my identity tied up in battle rap. When I put it down, I want to answer what's after that.
Damn, that's dope. I can tell that you are just, from the way that you've answered a couple of these questions at the beginning, is that you're very self-reflective.
Yeah.
And then you're not ashamed, unapologetic about the way that you're just so open with that.
Yeah.
And in a culture to where, people grab for every low-hanging fruit that they can to take advantage of that. Do you believe that this, in your career, has that been a benefit to you, or has it been a detriment? And is this something that's newly developed?
Damn, man. You guys are fucking good at this, man. You guys are good as shit at this, bro. It's this is why I can have a podcast. I ask the worst questions. This is good shit, man. Thank you for asking good questions. Well, here's the thing. I think the better person I've become, the worse battle rapper I've become.
Oh,
okay.
So
damn, I can feel that though.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So I try to live my life authentic, man. I try to let people that I care about know a lot about me, and a lot of stuff that could be used as ammunition in battle rap. But I share it openly. I know a lot of battle rappers, which I wouldn't criticize it, but I couldn't live like that. They have to hide a lot of their life.
Yeah.
From other people in the culture. And that gives me stress trying to hide shit. You know, when people were rapping for 8 battles in a row that I was dating a white woman, I was I'm just going to make a show about it.
Yeah.
A very good one, though. At that, dope show, man.
You got to lean into your, what's true about yourself.
Yeah,
you know?
perfections.
Exactly, right? Where it's so I would say I like living my life that people know more about me. But in battle rap standards, like I lose a lot of fucking battles because of it.
Yeah.
You know, because there's
So
a lot
much.
of angles and there's a lot of shit that like if you know Emerson Kennedy, there's a lot of things you can just hit on that the battle culture loves to hear about.
You can play
know?
bingo with all the different subjects and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I've lost like 5 battles in the same fashion every single time. Like opponents rapping about the same things over and over and over. But that's what happened when JC's been a dancer for a decade. You know, it's like you gotta eat that. You kind of gotta just wear that in the culture. You know, so it's made me a worse battler because it's easier angles to attack. But as a person, it's like made me more authentic, living authentic. Yeah,
100%.
Okay, so how many more of these matchups do you have left as far as these, you know, I guess these milestone matchups? You know, we're already in May, about to be in June. You know, what's the schedule look like? Even if you can't give us the matchup just yet, you know, what are you looking at for the rest of the year?
Yeah, so Geechi's the first episode. The Source is the second.
Okay.
Arsenal's the third. And we're going to have A-Ward as the 4th episode, but it ended up being a 1-rounder, so we didn't do it. So those are the first 3 episodes. Those battles have already taken place. And then 4th and 5th battles, we don't know yet because we have to wait for people to confirm, but we're looking to end it with Diz.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun, boss.
That's a matchup that's been like supposed to happen for like the longest time too.
Yeah.
Like I remember like you had a face off with him.
Yeah.
Like during the pandemic or like right before the pandemic, before everyone was calling it a pandemic in 2020, you and him had a face off.
What happened? We're calling it Corona for a hot minute. Why did it turn into COVID all of a sudden? What happened?
Exactly. For real,
No one calls it Corona anymore?
No, everyone calls it COVID now. Yeah, that's crazy as fuck. I never thought about that. I never thought about
That's
that.
just an epiphany. Like, yeah, what the hell happened?
Yeah, man. But yeah, that matchup's been supposed to happen for a while. But you've also been taking some smaller matchups here. I think you just battled Poetic Genius, right? PG.
Yeah.
And that's one of the dudes that like I've seen him battle on like the Proving Grounds a couple times. He's had a couple good matchups here and there, and he's pretty solid. So you're still taking some smaller local battles here and there as well.
We can keep it tall with you guys. Like that's just to support filming. I need the money to keep filming.
Okay.
Yeah, to make shows.
You know?
He said,
those small league battles.
It was a check, nigga.
Yeah. I try to do the best I can, but it is like I take battles to make shows, you know, make content.
All I'm gonna say is that I've seen some clips of that. Don't act all high and mighty about I'm taking this for money. You were rapping your fucking ass off. You were rapping your little heart out in there, bro. Don't fucking lie. Come on, bro.
Yeah, because like as the small league owners, I see myself a lot as like a small league owner. I have a small business, you know what I mean? So it's like if I took their money and just did some bullshit on their league, I'd feel away. I still try to do whatever I can to make sure it's memorable. You know what I mean? But the truth is I need the money to make shit.
That is admirable, though, that even if you can admit that openly, but at the same token, I'm going to still come here and beat crap down his leg, of course. But yes, this is the #1 motivating factor for me to take this.
Yeah.
But if you do both synonymously, I think that's the way that you do that. It's no problem with taking it primarily for the money if you're still going to show up.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. But don't put don't put lipstick on a pig and then say, here's a beauty queen.
Yeah, like
bro, you wrote that on your way here.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
And everybody takes battles for the money. You know what I mean? Like I love it how in these like small towns sometimes they'll want to do a face off and it's like this small league.
I'm just meeting you right now. Like I didn't even watch any of your battles
be like,
before I got
how'd this battle come about? Like, nigga, you paid me. What do you mean? I needed the bread, bro. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, that deposit hit. Yeah, I mean, that's how this battle happened. What you mean? Outside of battle rap, I know that you have a very successful string of shows.
Appreciate
all the content that I've seen you put your hands on. I just love it. I can't wait. I'm anticipating for more of it. Out of those that you're working on, is it something that you're putting like the focus on, or are you just like under the broad umbrella? It seems as if you're developing a network opposed to you just focusing on an individual thing. So is this the network we should be looking out for, and what is that you want us to put our eyes, focus, and attention on?
Yeah. Well, the one thing, like me being, I've said this a couple times, like I consider myself a Californian, right? Like when I moved here 12 years ago, and like because I wasn't raised here, I think I have a different view on what's funny to me about like Los Angeles specifically.
Yeah.
And I was around so many funny people, bro, that like I didn't even think they thought they were funny. But because I'm a foreigner, Like, this shit is funny, bro. LA niggas is the funniest niggas in the world, bro.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, like the California regular stuff is probably hilarious.
Yes. Yes, and when you get to like LA, like hood niggas that are smart, that some are religious, some are like hood geniuses, you know, I was just like, bro, I'm around so many funny people that I have to put this on tape.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what kind of, especially in the battle culture, I'm like, a lot of these guys are natural performers already, so if you can give them a line, they can perform it, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, I guess like it ended up starting a network, I guess, but it was me just like I have funny people around me. I want to turn the camera on, you know. It was like by accident almost.
So you have Reggie that just came out, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the next show coming out as well with Geech and with Ace and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this has been some of your best work? Do you feel like your best work is still ahead of you when it comes to making movies or making TV?
Yeah, I thought I got kind of comfortable writing Gray Area. Reggie, I got really lucky. Reggie in the Trial and Error show that Geechi, Ace, and Loso are in, I got really lucky because my writing wasn't good in it. I had to do both shows in like a week. I was writing a lot of battles, but the good thing with like, here's the best part. Like you can, if a punchline's like a 5 out of 10, and you give it to like a Jazz or a Geechi, they're gonna make it an 8.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Off
like
star power, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so like they saved me a lot, and people would be like, "Man, you wrote that genius line." I'm like, that line fucking sucks. Jazz just said it well. You know, so like they can save me a lot. So it's not my best writing, but knowing and working with all of them before, I was like, oh, I can give these lines to these people and they'll sell it. You know?
How do you feel about the ad-libbing? Because I know in comedy per se, a lot of the lines just like it wasn't meant to be said like that, but just like in the moment, somebody might have tripped up or forgot a line and improvised.
Yeah.
Like, is that a big? How big of a role does that play?
Quite a bit, man. I think like I'm learning, like everyone in my production company's learning, but like you have to let that talent play around, man.
Got it.
You really do, because like, especially if I'm writing in like an LA voice, which I don't have, or a New York voice, which I don't have, like I'll have to call Jazz, Lou, or not call, but like on the set, be like, how do you guys say this? How would you say this line? You know? And then if you get a take as a director, you can just be like, okay, cool. The next 2 takes are for you guys. You do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes when the best shit happens. Like when you really have talent that's genuinely funny. And you already have your take. You're like, let's do another 2 takes. No one's rules. You guys just play around. And that's usually like, that's probably like 30% of the show.
Who is your favorite person working with? It's like this dude or female is just a riot. They're a great time. I can say that when I asked the ad-lib question, I did have Lou in mind. On the he was on a couple of episodes of the Gray Area, and I'm like, I can't see anybody writing the stuff that he was saying right in this pocket. This dude is hilarious, and it was just so funny to me. We had him at the show prior as well, and I can see it's just in the charisma, and he just quick-witted, and it just comes out. So I know, like him myself, as me watching, I see him, and I'm like, I can't wait for him to get screen time because I know I'm gonna love that part.
Yeah.
So as far as with you on the back end, who is that person?
He's such a natural entertainer.
Yeah.
You know, so like probably that person. You know, you give him a line, and like he's so energetic that he sells it very, very well. Now here's the thing, Lou. This is why it's always better to like shoot in LA with LA people. Because Lou was high energy as fuck, smoked some tree, and then like for the next 3 scenes we're just like, I was like, Lou, we gotta cut, man. You gotta get this energy up, bro. You gotta stop. Either I hate to be the nigga that's like, stop smoking tree before we shoot, but like the next like 3 scenes, Lou was like eyes low. I was like, bro, where'd the energy go, bro?
Let's get the work done.
Yeah, exactly. But like, yeah, he's probably one of the most energetic performers. But it's easy to write his stuff. Like to me, because I'm surrounded by such characters, I just ask them to be themselves.
Yeah.
Which is a lot fucking harder than you think it is when the cameras turn on. You know, like you want to play up things, but like I'm around genuinely funny people all the time. So if you can get them to just be themselves, it's going to be funny.
Yeah.
It'll come across.
Yeah.
And that's what it seems like, honestly. Like from watching the show, it's like that. Like Lou's character is Lou, just a different name. Jazz's character is Jazz, just a different name. Like
100%.
like maybe Loso and Ace are playing characters,
Ace
but at the
is
same time, like
hilarious
it's
too.
their strengths. It's not like they're
Yeah.
doing something that they've never done before.
Yeah.
So you know, so it just fits so well.
Yeah, man, it's fun. Yeah, so Reggie's on its 8th episode released yesterday. It has 2 more episodes. We're actually, the Trial and Error is the name of the show, that of Geechi, Ace, and Loso's show. And in 2 weeks, we're premiering the first episode on the tail of the season finale of Reggie. So it'll be one long episode where like you'll watch the 10th episode of Reggie, then the first episode of Trial and Error.
Oh, that's dope.
And that one is I had a little bit more time to write up for that one. And it's in like a mockumentary style like Gray Area was. That's where these guys are really good. So I'm excited about it, man. We just got the first drafts back and they all look really fucking funny, man. They're really funny.
Nice. Is there a particular like a particular series or a particular director or actors that inspire you when it comes to your work and your style?
Oh man, there was I guess like Issa Rae kind of really put the bug in my ear. I liked her take on Los Angeles, you know. Again, that's like coming from me who's not a Los Angeles person, so whatever that means. But I really liked her cuz I was battling in LA, and then I would see film and TV, and LA was only represented in two ways. Bad versions of the hood, right? That like white people made, or Hollywood glitz and glam, you know. And I'm like, bro, I see so much more of LA than these two things represented, you know, like. And Issa Rae was the first one to me that showed me a lot of different versions of LA that I saw when I walked outside, you know. Like it took them like 2 decades to put Baldwin Hills in a movie or TV, you know, like so like she was a big motivator for me. There's a white female screenwriter called Phoebe Waller-Bridge who did a show called Fleabag. That was really, really good too. I think things like those two, and of course Atlanta. Watching Atlanta is always like pretty inspirational because they're just like high concept as fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
What about just favorite shows or movies in general? I mean, like, what's your comfort like? Top 5 movies or top 4 Mount Rushmore or something like that.
I'm an old man when it comes to this. Like, I'm really scared of the movie industry, like, because TV has gotten so good.
Okay.
You know, so I'm like that one older that's like, see it in the movie theater if you can. Go support your theater. I'm like that guy, you know? Like, I'll go see a movie twice or buy a ticket to, like, a female-directed movie, even if I don't want to see it, just so it has my money, you know? Like, so film, I have a lot different taste from TV. Film, I really like simple sci-fi. That's a really, like, or that's really specific, but science fiction that isn't, like, shooting lasers in space.
Right.
So, like, something like Inception to me is, like, science fiction. Right, but it's 100%. Not like aliens and Morlocks and shit like that.
Right.
TV, I like a really slow human story. Like, I think Better Call Saul is like one of the best TV shows ever.
Damn, I gotta see that. I did see Breaking Bad, and Breaking
Bad's phenomenal. Yeah.
As of now, best series I've ever seen.
Breaking Bad's phenomenal.
It was a slow walk, perfect grind.
Yeah.
The end wraps up everyone's story.
Yeah.
Wish they wouldn't have made that movie, that short movie.
It was cash grabbing.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
cash grabbing.
Damn. If it has any blemish, it's that one, but it's fine. We can just wipe that off and act like it never happened. Yeah. It's like when Jordan played for the Wizards. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Man, I would say for me, like, the show that comes to mind is like one of my favorites would be like Mad Men.
You like Mad Men?
Yeah,
I didn't see Mad Men.
It's mostly on AMC. Now it's like, where's it out now? You can catch it on Prime, but like it's through like, catch it on Prime. But if you go to like Freevo or whatever, you can get it with like with ads. For me, I'm like, cool, like fucking free show. Why not? Let's do it.
Bro, I'm telling you,
so
bro,
I like that one.
We are in the age of like, I don't know where to watch something. Fam.
Yeah,
oh my
100%. Half the time I gotta look it up.
Scavenger hunt for some shit, bro.
Half the time I gotta look shit up because it's like, I want to see the next season of this show, but I haven't kept track of it in a little while because I was waiting for the next season to drop, and I have it on one streaming platform, but I look it up and it's like, season 2 on this other streaming platform, which is bullshit. So,
well, I was streaming the basketball games because I don't have regular TV. I just have all streaming services. So I'm going through the other day. I've been doing this the entirety of the playoffs. Game 3 of the Lakers and the Nuggets, I find out it's literally on my TV. I have it through my Prime.
You just got basic.
I can watch
it.
It's right there. And I was telling my wife, I'm having to go through this stream, that stream, click out of 6 ads, go backwards, make the screen big. I was pissed.
Content's
but like
crazy,
you said,
bro.
it's so hard to just find. I was looking for ABC. It was right there on my Amazon Prime or my Hulu. Right,
it's crazy. Content. It's a wild west now, man. You know what else happens is like you'll see a trailer for a show. You're like, that looks crazy. It's like season 3. I'm like,
how did it start at 3?
I didn't even know this was out for 2 seasons already. That's how much shit's out there, man.
The streaming wars have made it kind of fucked up, to be honest with you, where everyone said, this is going to make everything so much easier once HBO drops their app and once all these other places, obviously Netflix has been around forever, but once some of these other ones come out, it's going to be so much cheaper than cable. until the cable companies start putting out their own app, which is like, oh, now if you want to catch everything on NBC, you got to get Peacock. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of different examples like that. So it's actually made shit even more expensive that people are like, oh, I kind of want to go back to cable. Football season, man. I always can't wait for football season, but I never know how I'm going to watch a game because it's like Sunday ticket is like hundreds of dollars on top of the YouTube TV experience.
Outside this, I got you.
Please.
Bro, I just watched that Haney Lomachenko fight.
Oh, yeah.
$0.
There you go.
Got the
There you
links,
go.
man.
Exactly how to get it.
You might have to watch a couple like Japanese ads for like 2 minutes.
Some hentai.
Because I'll be honest with you, man, football season.
Little chatterbait pop up.
Man, football season comes around, man. I am in a lot of bars, and I'm just kind of like, but that shit gets old after a while, man. Like, I just want to wake up at 10 and like, you know, I'm still gonna drink. I'm still gonna start drinking at 10. But I just want to be alone. You know what I'm saying? In my own home, the comfort of my house. Can I just watch the games that I want to watch here? But yeah, man. But as far as you know, any future projects, like, is there stuff that you want to do after Trial and Error is finished up? I mean, what's the next step as far as?
We're working on a full-length film at the end of the year. We start filming in, what's the month after July? To August. Yeah. We'll start filming that. That'll probably be in production for like 6 months after that. But to be honest with the shows, like, you know, I've done a couple development deals with companies and streaming companies, and like, might be my like Lauryn Hill stage or my Dave Chappelle stage, but like I haven't been happy about it at all, bro. I haven't been happy about the process. Like, we've done it 10 times now with 10 different shows, and you have to convince like some out of touch old like 60-year-old white dude why your show's funny and how he can sell it. And like, I understand that nowadays it's like content over quality because there's like content is king, you know. But like for me, I've reached the stage where I'm like, bro, I don't think the project's pure if I have to convince some like 60-year-old to put it on his network, and then like. Even we talked to like, you know, can I say this? Well, a popular show that's on Peacock, the creator of that was like, had to make so many concessions to get that made, you know? And I fuck with that, bro. Like, I fuck with the people that are like, no matter what, this is going to be as big as possible. I know I'm going to have to sacrifice. But like, I'm in a creative space now where I'm like, bro, I feel like I'm going to be strapped for cash, but I can make it the way I want to make it.
Right.
And so our team the last like 2 years is like, we don't want to sell shit. We're cool, man. Like, we really just want to create stuff with our friends that we like. Because we've all worked on production sets that, like, shit we don't like. And I've really, like, again, this is what makes me a bad business owner, but, like, the money's really corrupted the creation for me. And I've really been the happiest when I'm making shit with my friends. Yeah. You know, not that, like, I would turn down a big-ass deal from Netflix, but we used to chase that 5 years ago, and it's not the same anymore, bro. I wanted to make a TV show when it was cool to have a TV show. Now everybody's got a fucking TV show. I'd rather make shit with you guys that we have fun. You know, that maybe only 20,000 people watch, but YouTube kind of skews your opinion of how many people. Nigga, that's more than fit in the Crypto.com arena. Right. Crypto.com fits 19K. Right. You know, if you get 20,000 people to watch that, when you're like, that's a lot of people. 90% of the shit on Netflix, it doesn't get more viewership than 5,000 views, you know? So the only thing that I owe it to is like my talent. So like Jazz, Lou, Geechi, Ace, and Lo. So if they're like, hey man, we should sell this show, I'm like, yeah, I owe it to you to make this project as big as I can. But if it was up to me, I'd be like, bro, we're just going to keep releasing ourselves, doing the things we want to, and not allowing anybody that doesn't see the vision into this shit. Let's just keep making it pure.
And you know what? I was just about to say, you gave me a thought as I was listening to you say that. It's like we can cut out the middleman, honestly. Like, you genuinely right to the source. Like, we don't need a plug anymore. Yeah. And if it pops, it pops. When you look at the biggest streamers, you look at Kai Cenat, you look at Aiden Ross, you look at all these guys that I Show Speed, like youngsters in the game. Look at even Andrew Tate. You look at Fresh and Fit. All these guys that have these multitudes of these different platforms, they were just straight to the people, raw version of themselves, no real backing, and they blew up. Yeah. Because when people genuinely just have that connection with you, they love what it is that you put out, bam, you'll make it happen. Yeah. Like you said, even if you can have that same 20,000 people and you could do a Patreon and they can pay monthly, like that would be something that if you could sustain that, I can at least continue to pump this content out, won't be pressed for cash, and I can still give you guys that great source material. I think that's what 50's going through with Stars right now. It's tough. If they're stupid if they get rid of 50. He's their lifeline. I'm not watching Stars if it's not for the plethora of shows that he's putting out over there. Yeah. So hopefully I think that if you take that same route, it'll just do the same
Yeah,
thing
and that's
organically.
just where I'm at right now. You know, maybe 5 years ago I wanted to sell something to Netflix, and maybe in another 2 years I will now.
Yeah.
But I'm like, bro, I'd rather shoot something that's coming out of my pocket where we're a little bit more strapped than to have to answer to like 4 different people in order to create it, you know? But I do understand, you know, like Quincy Jones has a cool quote when he's talking about Michael Jackson's music. He's like, you guys can make your art that your friends will see, but over here we make hits. And I fuck with that. I'm like, that's cool, man. Like, I know there's some concessions you have to make with distribution, creative licensing, and if you're there right there and you're just like, man, yeah, I'll take a bunch of yeses from a bunch of 6-year-old white men to make this as big as possible, I genuinely fuck with that.
Yeah.
You know, like that's impact, you know? But right where I'm at right now, I'm just like, bro, I'm too much of an artist to like let people that don't care about the project have their opinions on it.
Got it.
You know? So it's like...
And that's kind of like what Dave Chappelle did when he had the brief hiatus. I literally just heard this story. And TikTok, this is the kind of stuff I loved. Not this particular story. Let's not get this misconstrued. Because the story I'm about to tell kind of it's crazy, like backstory to it. But I love TikTok and I love the shorts and I just love YouTube for the information that it gives us about stuff that we never could have found out any other way. Unless you were just like a person in the room. But apparently, Lil Richard, what was his name? Was it Lil Richard? He made Tutti Frutti, that song?
Yeah.
The original lyrics to Tutti Frutti was Tutti Frutti good booty. And then he went into details about what gives good booty. And I'm like, bro, what? And they're saying, but like you said, you have to make these concessions. It's a hit, but bro, we can't talk about good booty out here. It's not going to sell. So he made it Tutti Frutti on Rudy. And now when he did that, it made it take off. It was skyrocketed. It was a hit. But that's an instant where it worked for the better just because it was so vulgar the way that it was. But when you take the essence, that's not what was in his mind when he made it. And sometimes when you take the essence away from it, you do take the soul out of it. And it's not the same product. It's not even mine anymore when you take that out. So
100%. And it goes against why personally, like I started a production company because I had to work on a lot of film and TV sets, and I'm like, this is bullshit. I don't even believe in this product.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people, if you work in the film and TV industry, you should be living a dream. But to me, I'm like, if I'm working on film and TV, something that I love on something that I don't love, I'd rather be working a different job.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that close to doing something that I love, but making like an embarrassment out of it, you know? So right now, I don't know. That's just the stage I'm in right now where it's like, bro, we'll fund it ourselves until we get more ad revenue and sponsorship deals, which looks good for the summer. You know, it's small, and it's slow money. It's a slow grind. But I'd rather be making it the way we want to make it, you know?
Are there any studios that you can see yourself working with as far as like a movie or a show? Because there are some studios out there that are like genuinely pumping out good material. Like A24 is one of those ones that I really like where they're dropping stuff that's like, wow, you're really giving a lot of freedom to these creators and these directors and these writers to make stories that they really want. And they're in every genre. You know what I'm saying? So like,
A24 and Neon I really fuck with. And like in terms of networks, FX I think is crushing shit, man. I think they're the best network in terms of creative license. They're like doing I really fuck with their vision, but you do have to have a little cachet for someone to be like give you that much creative license, you know what I mean? Like Donald Glover had to be Donald Glover before they could give him Atlanta. It's not like they were going to give it to a nigga like me, you know? Unless you're a white rapper. White rappers are coming up, bro, with film and TV. They got Dave shit. They got this Jack Harlow shit. I don't know. We're probably going to see Post Malone play like Barack Obama.
You know what? That's it. And I know that we do try to, but because you are here, we can dabble into the film. And I know that we do want to we do have some battle rap questions. We do obviously have for you for the conference call and for the battle rap fans. But I did see that they're saying that we're getting so woke that we're going to end up having movies like that. Like we're going to have, I remember Paul Mooney had a joke like that. And he said we putting people in the wrong roles. Like we got the Mexican, and it was Brad Pitt. He said we got the Last Samurai with Keanu Reeves. He's like, what's next?
Tom Cruise.
The last nigga on Earth starring Tom Hanks.
It's true.
It's going true that way, and I think like it's fine to leave Superman white. I don't have a problem with. He's iconically been white the entirety of Superman. It's okay for James Bond to stay white. Create new characters and stop remaking, and you won't have to revamp. Just make a new one.
And in fact, this is a bad take. I can't believe I'm going to do this on the internet. But like, But I'm okay with white people keeping their shit white. Like,
cool.
You know, when we watch Friends and it's all white people living in New York, I'm like, I'd rather the creator of that show be honest on what he wants his world to be. At least I know this thing's not lying to us. You know, like a lot of times in writing, they're like, we should get a black woman to voice this black woman's voice. And I'm like, no, I'd rather a white dude write it. I want to know what he thinks black women sound like.
Yeah.
You know, and we're not allowing flaws.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, because if we're all doing it the correct way, it's all going to be the same shit. You know, so a lot of times, and even now, I turn on Netflix and there's like Asian wife, black husband, and I'm like, they have no chemistry whatsoever. You know, I'm not just saying those because they're racist, because they hired it like that. You know, like trans secretary is like this person hasn't acted one day in their life.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Clearly see it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like,
it.
yeah, there is definitely a downfall to like forcing the diversity.
Yeah.
When I would rather just be like, man, if we were honest. Like, I think it's funnier for me to probably write from an Asian perspective, or like a perspective that I don't truly have, because mistakes are where like the information is.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't learn a lot by being right.
That was
like you just don't.
That was a good statement.
You know?
That was a great statement.
Like I go to comedy shows and the funniest shit is like wrong. You know what I mean? Like but if they were right the whole time, it's like not funny to me.
Uh-huh.
You know? So that's just me. It's a bad take. It's probably bad for the world, but better for entertainment for me, you know?
You know, I just feel that, like what we were talking about before, was that, you know, you have some of these projects that their goal is to, you know, make like create more diversity, right? And I'm one of those people who does believe that more people of color should get more roles, especially behind the camera. Like it's like, you know, your sound guy, your cameraman, your director, your writer. All those people are white for the most part.
Yeah.
And then the people on camera, like we're just trying now to squeeze more people of color in. So you have, and like I was saying before, two things can be true at the same time, where yes, we need more of that because we need to create more opportunities for different kinds of people and different viewpoints. But at the same time, some of these projects just suck.
Oh man.
It just be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these, and see, that's the thing is, and it might not even be that bad. Some of them just could be like average. But the fact that everybody's so sensitive about that topic, about getting people different, different opportunities, people will almost not watch shit because you're casting, you know, a person of color in a role that should be sucks. Not gonna watch it. It's a woke fest. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, there is a lot of stuff that I need to see in terms of diversity of hiring, because there's some movies that I'm like, oh, I didn't know that about this group. You know what I mean? That enlightens it about. But I think where it goes bad is when we're forcing it. You know what I mean? Like forcing the chemistry and forcing the characters in it, for sure.
For sure. So we do want to, all your projects, I don't know if you have them in one place. We do want you to be able to shout out your socials so everybody can know where to find you, where to find this content. And we definitely want to make sure that that's put in the forefront.
For sure.
While we do have a lot of the people's attention.
Yeah, my production company is called Last Second See. I partner with Sarah Stouffer, who's a brilliant actress, and my friend Evan from Utah, who's a brilliant filmographer. And just Last Second See, SEA on YouTube, and our website as well. And that's where you'll find 2 seasons of Gray Area that we're shooting 2 more in the summer. The first season of Reggie's ending right now, that we're shooting 2 more in the summer. And then Loso Geechi Ace's show is coming out in 2 weeks as well, called Trial and Error, that we definitely want to shoot more and more of. We were supposed to shoot 8 episodes, but Geechi was too busy arguing with Easy the Block Captain on set. No, we only had 6 written, but.
So I do want us to get into more battle rap topics. Before that, though, I want us to segue real quick into a quick clip from the No Studio and podcast on Tuesdays. So Levi's going to go ahead and splice that in real quick while we go to a quick break.
Yes, sir.
My nigga, I used to watch my grandpa. I used to be a kid, nigga, watch him. He'd turn on like an old Western movie. This nigga watching this shit, man. They don't know, this nigga don't know what they talking about, man. He used to be mad as a motherfucker. He sit there and make a nigga watch that shit.
This nigga over here.
He agreeing like,
you over here telling the story on the other side. You like, what the hell you watching? You like, Westerns were good.
Yeah, Westerns were good, man.
But
he was somebody's grandpa watching it with him, with his grandkids and shit. You know what I'm saying? He watched it with his grandkids. Cause you know, cuz doppelganger. You know what I'm saying? A looper. He been here like 100 times already.
From the 1940s, that nigga just came back.
He just keeps
The police.
That nigga was a private eye back in the day.
The real cuz still trying to find Abraham Lincoln's killer. You know what I'm saying? He chasing another looper from you. Cut a nigga from Terminator. Suka, he turned into liquid. Hey.
Just parking the car. Martin Luther King got shot.
Oh, good. Hey, he had to make it to this century because he needed Google and shit. He had needed more resources because they didn't have that shit back then. He finna solve it and go back and none of this shit exists. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man.
No frontin', no faking, that's what you be doing. And in my hood, we call that studioing.
Yo, and we back. I just appeared on the camera like out of nowhere. Here and every, but I'm happy in the building, man. Shout out my team, man. Take a chance, E. Craig in the building. EK in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? The man, the myth, the legend. I was listening, highly entertained from the conversation, you know what I'm saying, as I read the chat as well. Definitely got to give your flowers to the show. You know, I done been on every episode that I could be on that you called me up for, or watch even the ones I'm not in. I really rock with the show. So
you're the reason we have like 90% of our subscribers. So thanks for starting.
You know what I'm saying? Glad that they was able to shine some light on it because it's dope. I'm like you said, man, Reggie every Saturday right now, man, keeping me entertained. You know what I'm saying? And definitely like. And what made you before? I don't know if they asked because I missed it, but what made you go with like such short clips? Is it like?
Man, it's just like we had this idea, something we call skit episodes, where like the ADD world is like probably doesn't want a 30-minute something on YouTube. We definitely went too short. You know, people are like, we want them to be
more now.
Yeah, they want more, which is a good position to be in, but you don't want everybody to be saying that. But the other thing is like it's easy to film, and like Geechi, you know, I give you like scripts hella late, bro, because you can memorize them overnight and you're memorizing them on set. But like if we were to shoot like 10 or 15-minute episodes, that means 10 or 15 pages of scripts. And we shot Reggie over 2 days, so that would mean like calling Jazz and Lou and being like, hey, I know you're preparing for clips, I know you're preparing for this one, but can you memorize 65 pages of scripts to perform in 2 days? It's just like impossible to ask somebody to do that. And we you know, we paid them $1,000 each, you know, like come on, man, like, you know, like you got to pay them a lot more money for them to memorize all that. So like so it's just about the talent. You know what I mean? Like less pressure on the talent, you know?
Nah, I got a new like respect for actors when I see that. Like you say, I learn them, but I be having about, you know what I mean, 2 pages to remember. I'm like, shit, man, imagine the people that got to know everything from the front to the back. As soon as he say something, she say something, you got to already know it. Like, actors is just as good as memorizers, probably better than battle rappers. You know, they got to memorize a lot.
Do you just remember your lines, or do you remember everybody's lines?
Well, you kind of remember theirs, too, because you got to kind of know, like, after they say something, like, boom, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a little bit of, like, both a little bit. Of course, you need to know yours, but I think for the most part, you got to know, like, if, like, say I'm on the set with Ace and Loso, and I got to know, like, okay, after Ace says this, then it's my turn to
see, I would do that, you know, because I was in a few plays, and I would know the line that would trigger is like, oh, when he says that, I know I have to say that. So I'll do the lines prior to me. Funny thing about Will Smith, they say on the first season of Fresh Prince, he learned everyone's lines. And if you watch it, the first couple of episodes, he's mouthing what people are saying before he's supposed to say it.
Like kind of knowing everybody.
So they said in order, he was just such a perfectionist and he wanted to get it right. He memorized the whole script.
That's crazy.
That's
Shout
crazy,
out Will
man.
Smith, man.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But that's why he get paid the big
That boy working hard.
But I know they definitely want to talk some battle rap, man, and you've been on quite a run this year, man. You know what I'm saying? This the last run, though? Is this really, because we put in the title EK's last year in battle rap, so you come back next year, they going to be on you.
I can't. They are. I can only be mid-tier for so long, though. You know what I mean? You can't be mid-tier for 5 years in a row. You got to make a move or something.
But this year alone, I don't even know if the whole battle rap community knows all the battles. Like, who have you battled this year alone? Like,
okay, so, who have I battled this year? Geechi, A-Ward, Thesaurus, Arsenal, PG in Denver, and then Don Marino 2 days ago. It didn't go down. So
damn.
Then
Thesaurus, myself. You talking? You said PG, Arsenal, A-Ward. Oh yeah, you already off to a start. I think you was booked for Twerk as well. But
it just didn't happen. Ars, bro. Like not to ruin the episode, but Ars. I thought, I'm a better writer than Ars. Ars is a lot better rapper than me. You know, like his tone of his voice is better, he projects better. But I'm like, bro, It's in LA. I'm gonna have like 15 people there. Same way we did the rum battle.
Yeah.
And bro, Ars gave me a vintage Ars, bro.
Let's go. Fuck yeah.
I edged the first round, then it got dark for me. Bro, he got into his pockets where like it didn't matter what he was writing, but his pocket.
Yeah, he know
and because
how
his
to-
delivery and his vocal projection so much better than mine, it just took over. It didn't matter
I know
what he
what
was
you're saying. I
saying,
know
but
exactly
like
what you're saying.
his
Yeah.
patterns were getting crazy, and I was
He
like,
just got
bro.
into his vet bag where it's like, damn, it's the arsenal they love right
Yeah,
here.
yeah. So that
That's
was
fire.
like, which
That's
is cool
fire.
for the docu-series. You don't want to see me win every battle. You know, the
Yeah.
first episode is me and Geechi having like a close battle. You
facts.
know, like
That's a
I'm
fact.
crying, Geechi. I might have told you this, but like, you know, the theme of the docu-series is like, how do we get to know the battle rapper behind the battling?
Yeah.
You know, so like we ask them questions of like, what do you want people to say about your career when you're done, and who do you do this for specifically? If it's one person, you know, and we have great footage. Geechi always gives us great footage, but like, we asked him a couple questions before. It's like, how do you know when you're locked? Like your battle's locked, you know, and me, it cuts to me and I'm like, you never really know, but like the separations and the preparation, you know? And it cuts to Geechi and he's like, I just rap it while I'm getting domed, and that's how I know it.
If I can remember it through his head
This
session,
nigga
it's
Geechi,
in
bro.
there.
We're playing like dramatic music in the edit. This nigga Geechi, bro. Hey, the way you do it is the way you do it, though. You know what I mean?
Memorization process is different, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, fucking A, man.
And they gonna make sure, like, before I battle Geechi, man, make sure you don't get no head. Keep him away from his head.
They calling all the ears like, hey, nah.
Nah.
They blocking contracts like URL. They blocking the
Yeah,
head.
man. Show him to his hotel room.
God.
You know what I'm saying? You really?
I was crying, man.
But
I
no,
was
we had a
crying.
dope one, and like I say, man, like being on that last run that you're on, you know what I'm saying, and you done had a dope career, you know what I'm saying, like you going down in the record books, you know what I mean, win, lose, or draw, however you slice it, man, you know what I mean, you're part of battle rap history, you know what I'm saying, for what you've done, but like, what's the reason where you like, this is it, like, is it tired of battling, done battle so much, done reached your peak as far as where you feel like you want to go with this shit, not really looking for nothing more? Is it just like, I'm focusing on the TV, I'm focusing on something different? What's the reason? Like,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
done.
I don't think like, bro. I was just like, I was a kid that always wanted a lot of attention, man. I'm like one of 7 kids in my family,
Oh, damn. I can
and that
see where
started
yeah.
off as like attention seeking.
Yeah.
For everything, and that, like, and it's stayed that way as in adulthood, you know. And so like I had to through a lot of therapy and shrooms. But, like, I had to
I heard that's a good trip.
yeah, it helped me a lot. But like through a lot of therapy, I was like, oh man, I think I'm creating this art incorrectly. It's because I want attention and not because I want to create art.
Yeah, I feel
You know, and I was creating battle rap art with the wrong motivation, bro. It's like I want acceptance from people. I want people to tell me I'm good and repeat bars. So I was like, bro, that's kind of a sick way to live. You know, like it means something to me that people like it, but when you're doing that's what you're doing it for, it just feels corrupt. You know, so like I was feeling more that way, and I was like, I got to put it down, man. I'm not doing it for the right reasons. You know?
Damn, no, that's real. That's some honesty too. A lot of people wouldn't even admit when they don't. Like when they're like, I just know I'm not creating it it ain't the right creative process. It's just I'm just doing it like for that. And I think that's why, you know what I mean. Like you can kind of tell though. I feel like this year the battles that I've seen from you just seem like you more free with it, like because you know you're on your way out. You just like having more fun. You know?
Yeah,
what I'm
I was
saying?
having fun with it.
Like,
Yeah,
you
for
having
sure.
fun with
I was
it, you
having
know
fun
what
with
I'm
it for
saying?
sure. And I'm trying to experiment more with like different pockets and different. I'm trying to bring like different content. You know, like to battle rap, and it's been like mixed results. You know, some of it works, some of it doesn't. That's what happens. I think like some of the more battle rappers that experiment more is why they have inconsistent battles.
Yeah.
You know, so like just trying to bring that to it. You know.
Toughest opponent you battled, like they don't have to be name wise, but just like when you was in that battle, like, nah, this was that fight for me.
Yeah, it's been most recently. It's been either you or A Ward for completely different reasons.
That's fire.
You're high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
If you have a class with Geechi, like you had a class with Geechi.
Yeah.
But A Ward, like, no shot to his status or whatever, but like he's a dog.
Yeah.
That's not really high reward.
Yeah.
You know what I
you're
mean?
saying.
So
Yeah,
like,
for
no
real.
shot to him. That's just kind of like,
Highest career.
That's just where it is.
yeah, like if I have to prepare for a battle to battle Geechi Gotti, like that's a tough battle to prepare for. And if I have to prepare that same way for A Ward, it's just different. You know what I mean? It's like, and in some ways, it's how people have to prepare for me. You know, I think I'm a pretty dangerous opponent, but maybe there's not a huge reward in it either.
Yeah.
You know, so probably those two phrases. And I was battling you in LA.
Yeah. Facts.
So I was like, oh man, I wonder if anyone's even gonna fuck. Because I LA fucks with me.
Yeah.
Until I battle a nigga
So you
from
battle
LA.
like
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
from LA.
it's different. It's like,
It's like, nah, that nigga from Utah, bro.
yeah, exactly.
Y'all remember that, bro? Don't get it like this nigga from out here, bro.
Yeah, which is cool. Which is a cool thing about LA that I'm really appreciative for. They'll be like, EK's ours.
Yeah.
But if I battle a Dre Vicious, I'm like, we don't know you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't know you like that. Like, don't get too comfortable. You know what I mean? So like, those are definitely the biggest opponents, the toughest opponents I've
That's
had.
fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Anybody that you wanted to battle that you may not get the chance to battle because you know what I mean? Like it's scheduling way in it that you just
man.
like, but like if you could battle, that's who you looking for. Like
You know, because me and Twerk were locked a couple times, it just didn't happen because of scheduling.
Yeah.
You know, no like fault of anybody.
Yeah.
I wrote really well for Twerk.
Damn.
So it's not even like the battler. It's just like the content that I have.
you
is
wanted
like,
to get that out, kind of like I had
Oh
to.
yeah, I had something like I'm trying to get used to LA where they're trapping in the open, where they cheer for Anthony Davis. We're used to big niggas that can snap at any moment. Cracks.
Come on. Turn the fuck on, bro.
Twerk, we get this battle.
Oh, come on.
Shout out to Twerk, man. Yeah, I tried to write.
In fact, I'm ready for the rematch, man. I'm using that one.
No, but it's just yeah, but it's just like
funny.
shout out to him and Anwar, you know what I mean? But like, cause just he's like so phenomenal. He's like one of the
for
best
real.
doing it that I tried to
Sure.
write my heart out. You know?
sure.
Damn, man, that's crazy.
Hopefully we can get that somehow, some way, because I would love to hear what you wrote for him. And I know Twerk the same gonna probably come with some of the crazy
Shoot,
shit.
right, man. Let's
You know
make
what
it
I'm
happen.
saying?
It was the same with Rum. He wasn't a part of the docuseries, but like, I know there's a part of you that's like shouldn't fan out against the people you're battling.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like, Rum's been my favorite battler for a long time.
Yeah, facts.
You know, like in that battle, the Westworld booked it originally as like 90 seconds, 390s. And then something happened where someone couldn't make it. I just hit Rum. I was like, bro, we got to make this happen. I already wrote it for you. I'll just fly you out.
Yeah.
Be a low production. We'll shoot it, whatever. And then when he got there, I was like, you got 390s, right? He's like, bro, every round's 230. And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, so not only am I battling the best punchliner ever in the world. He was like one of my favorite writers, not even considering rap, you know? He's like rapping triple the amount of time as me. And Rum's such a solid thing. He's like, you want me to cut it down? I was like, nah, nigga, we're here. You know, like, I got to hear what you wrote. You know what I mean? So, like, and in that battle, you can kind of see me just being like, bro, this thing is one of the best things in the world, bro.
Y'all had a
So-
really, really good battle. I think like one of those like sneaky classic battles that people didn't expect. And then a lot of people was talking about it being one of the battles of the year last year. For it to be, like you say, 230, 90 seconds, like not big production. A lot of people like small room. Like where people, I think people was able to appreciate y'all writing though. Because y'all was able to just be able to rap without stopping and crowd reaction so much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what kind of inspired us to do the docuseries. It's like
Yeah.
we want to shoot it differently. We want to shoot it in different locations because LA has so many cool locations, and maybe just bring it in a private setting because I do love like a 20-minute battle.
Yeah.
I fucks with like big Summer Madness 45-minute battles, but like there is a space for battle rap just be like 20 minutes. You get 3 rounds quickly. You know what I mean? Like So hopefully I'll
you
battle
were one
like
of the
that.
first battlers who battled on the Roof series, like you and QP or something like that. You know? What I'm saying?
It was dope, and like even the visual it gave, and like you said, the feel was different. It gave like the essence. You go back to just like the battlers up there,
just listen to
even
the
the way it
bars.
was shot. Like it's
shout
like
out.
damn, it felt so different, but we're doing the same thing. It's
on.
crazy because it's like. Nigga don't want to have sex if you gonna do missionary every time. You're like, goddamn, missionary again?
With the lights on?
It's sex is sex, but nigga, get on me or something. Like, let's change this up. Give me something different
Or
to
we
look at.
start off the same way every time.
Exactly.
Like, okay, it reminds me of this shit. I always tell this story. I used to say that reminds me of y'all seen Pleasantville.
Yeah, I
you know
seen
what I'm
it.
saying? So the dude who worked at the damn burger shop, he always closed the store the same way.
yeah.
So finally, when his dude wasn't there to help him close the store, and he came he came later, he was just sitting there like. He was like, where were you? He was like, you know what I mean? I ran around, was doing stuff. He was like, well, usually I cut off the lights and then you put up the, you feel me? And then I do this and then you do this, but you weren't here. He was like, so I had to do it all by myself. You know what I'm saying? And dude was like, good. Like, bro, like, it's okay. Like, you can cut the light off and close the door. You don't have to wait for me to close the door for you to cut the light
Same
off.
shit.
Like, real, like, that shit always made me trip. Like, damn, it's really like that, though.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
Routine to, like, mess you up if you don't get out of it. Like, you be so stuck to routine that it's like, you know what I mean? So, like, yeah, no, that's a funny.
Mentioning that QP battle reminded me of this that I've wanted to speak on in battle rap that I haven't had a chance to. He showed up with a white girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now he had 3.
Yeah. Shout
And
out
only one of
QP.
them was white.
Shout out
But
QP.
battle rap has to start giving me my flowers.
Yeah.
All right. 'Cause I've seen more of you coon ass niggas come to the events with the white girl. Yeah, I went through so much shit for y'all, and you show up with Becky at a riot event. I get no flowers whatsoever. All right.
Yeah, fact.
And the one thing, and the thing is, you know what I mean? And the thing is, like, about, you know, black culture.
Yeah.
Murderer and white women, you only have to do once, and you're just considered that the rest of the time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I dated one. Some of you niggas have dated multiple.
For
all right,
sure,
like
for
you date
sure.
one white girl, you're just that for the rest
Funny,
of your
yo,
life.
that
Yeah,
is
for sure.
I see you niggas showing up with more white girls.
All you need is one. All you need is one. And niggas be like, oh, you know, that nigga, he fuck with the white bitches. Man. Like,
Use one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he do. Like, you know, so like, damn. That is something, man. That is something, man. For real, man. I want to talk to y'all about this, though, especially it's dope to get you up here, you know what I'm saying? Because we know you work behind the scenes with Caffeine. You do a lot of, you know what I mean, working like that within the URL space as well, you know what I'm saying? We seeing a lot of this stuff. I don't know how much we all can talk about it, but we haven't been speaking on it because we haven't had the show while it's been going on. But Easy the Block Captain, his Trenches card. We got Gnome coming up. We got, you know, the card that URL supposed to be throwing on the same day on the 3rd or whatnot. Like, how is that for you, like, as somebody, like your stance on it, like, okay, I take a battle for a league, I get bigger opportunity. Is it not loyal to not stand on it, or to go for the bigger bag in your eyes? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how much bigger the bag is, but to say I'm offering you a bag on my part is 3,000. URL hit you, say they got 6. You know what I'm saying? So you're able to get that 3 back, and then you get 3 on top of that, and you double it. You know what I'm saying? Or is it like, nah, I'm gonna just stick with, like, how do you feel about those?
Yeah, I'm really in the middle on that, man, because, like, I think as a culture, sometimes we forget, because URL's been the big dog for so long, that a lot of people take shots at them. I want people to remember that, like, this was like 2 niggas with a video recorder at one point. Black-owned business that had nothing.
Straight up.
All right, I think we forget about that. Like, a lot of times in the black community, we'll support you crazy until you're the power. Then you're like, nigga, come on, man. Like,
niggas don't fuck with us.
Yeah, it's like, bro, those niggas started from nothing.
They don't know nothing
bro.
about the struggle. Like, damn, bro, you actually had to struggle to get here.
Yeah,
man.
like Smack actually was holding the camera, bro. Like, they really got it out the mud,
That's
you know?
a
So I think we
fact.
forget
That's a
about
fact.
that and don't champion that enough. Also, I do think, like, I'm just speaking on my opinions because people know where I work and, like, how I fuck with URL. This is just my opinions.
He said also
Caffeine,
no comment.
Yeah, exactly. Caffeine, you know, Geechi Caffeine gonna find me a couple props or some shit.
for sure.
And then just speaking on me, where, like, I do appreciate anyone that branches off and starts their own shit, bro. As URL can be like, hey, man, we're the NBA. If you don't want to play in the NBA, fine, go do your other shit, but you can't come back to us. I respect that.
gotta respect
I
it.
also respect the niggas that go over
And be
seas
like,
and get their
I'm
bread.
gonna just get right over here, yeah.
Because initially that's what URL did themselves. You know what I mean? They started their own business by themselves and they bet on themselves. So like, not to sit on the fence about it, but I see
nah, for real.
I can't hate on anybody doing it either way, bro.
Yeah.
You know, get it how you get it.
How you feel about the situation?
I think we did kind of. It reminds me of that situation that we was talking about with Ice Spice.
Yeah.
How she was like, "Oh yeah, I know I agreed to 4, but my song going crazy.
Yeah.
My ticket a dub right now.
Dub now, yeah, she
It
changed her price.
depends to me on the relationship that I have with that person. Like, if you my nigga and I'm doing this out of, like, love, and I know, like, man, I know you set this up. You kind of based your card
Yeah.
around me coming out here and me
Straight
being
up.
on this.
Straight
Even
up.
if I'm not the headliner, I'm one of the big names there. I can't do you like that.
Real talk.
Because it's like, to me, I already made that word to you, and
Yeah.
I'm as good as my word.
No, that's
that
a
bag
fact.
can come back.
Yeah.
But if I ruin the way that my reputation with you, and I called you a solid nigga, and you was
Yeah.
my nigga,
Yeah.
I can't get that back
That's
from
a
you.
fact. That's a fact.
URL probably offered me something a little later on anyway. It's not like niggas ain't left and then went back. They have a whole roster of people that just came back that we
Straight
thought
up.
we probably weren't gonna ever see again. They got Mac Myron, Chef Trez, like a lot of niggas went back to URL. So I always can eventually get that URL bag, but I can't unruin my word to a nigga.
Yeah.
So I would rather have to stand on that
That's
one.
a fact. I always think, like, with me, like, because I've had situations like that. I think it's always, for me, and my personal side of it is the communication.
Yes.
I think it's just how you communicate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes if you just hide it, like, say somebody gave you a better opportunity and you know you already finna take the better opportunity and you just wait to that last minute, let the card drop, and then it's like, oh man, I've been so busy, I didn't even get to tell you, bruh. Nigga doing something else that day.
That's
you know
wild.
what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, and then it's like, oh, bro, you could have hit me, or, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody else tell them for you, like, hey, man, you know, they backing out, and they also telling you, like, yeah, I mean, you know, all of us backing out, such and such on that shit too. And it's like, you know, I think the communication, like, works with that. Like, even myself, I got announced to be on the known Impact, but I was battling in Philly on June the 10th. The cookout, the Battle Academy, you know what I'm saying? But beforehand, I was able to reach out to the league and let them know, like, yo, I'm going to be battling on June 10th, you know what I'm saying? I'll send the deposit back. We can reschedule it, man. My bad. It's, it's a month out. It's time, though, for y'all to find another opponent if you need to, or if it's even possible, if y'all change the date, even if it was the next day or the next week, I'll still do the battle. You know what I'm saying? It's not really about the preparation or the bars being ready. It's just literally, I got a bigger opportunity. It's me and Tay-Rock teaming up. This is a much bigger battle than this battle, and I can't turn this down at this time for my career, what I'm going through. And they respected and understood, like, oh, no, we don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Luckily, there was an outside event. They didn't have a venue, so I know how that changes things, too. When you have a venue, you got to change dates and new money and things. And theirs was kind of already like an outside thing, so it probably was nothing to just change the date. But still, I think just having that upfront communication helps everything, because sometimes people can be. They might have been, sometimes leagues think the same thing. Like, man, I'm glad you said that, because I needed that extra week to do this anyway. So now that you said it, you saved me some money, because I needed to fix it because it make more sense. So the communication, I think a lot of times battlers have to understand, when you're dealing with leagues, you're dealing with people putting their money up, betting on themselves. So it's like, that's what the kind of mindset I go in now that I do league owner business, that I understand that, like, people betting on themselves and putting up. Everybody don't have the RBE bags, the URL bag, the King of the Dot bag, you know what I'm saying? To take those losses, or to just hurt it and be like, all right, you ain't on my card, fuck it, let me go put Clips instead. Let me go put Arsenal instead, you know what I'm saying? But everybody don't have that. You might lose a battle and then you pay me my money back, but the dude who I want to get now ain't going to take what you was going to take. So now I'm fucked out of a battle. I'm just sitting around. So, yeah, I think the communication kind of is what this all is about. Definitely about
that made me want to ask you, because I posted this in the conference. I think it might have set some people off. You don't make money in the battle league. I mean, there's like the 1%, 2%. I know Riot does well, but like, why do you think people start battle leagues? Do you think most people are under the misconception that they're going to get bread off starting a battle league?
For sure. Hell yeah.
It's hard to get.
But I also think a lot of people, this is what the battlers get mixed up, like the come up battlers, is a lot of people who start battle leagues really doing it for the love, trying to help out. Like, let me open up another lane to get some exposure for some people. Do something. If I can make $1 out of 15 cents, then fuck it. And, you know what I mean? Because I've told people this millions of times. The beginning stages, you're going to lose more than gain. It's going to take a minute before you finally get the win. That's
every business, though. I hope people don't just get that misconstrued. Every business, you start in the red. Nigga.
You start in the red. You build up till you finally get that one win, and it feels good. One win out of 50. $5. It's like, bruh, we $5 in the green today. Everything went perfect. You know what I'm saying? You forget about all the thousands you down because of that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like for those battles, that's why I never get upset like when I do business with like URL and things of that nature, because I understand it's a business. Like, they probably had so many years in the red where they were trying and paying people and buying venues and doing pay-per-views and wasn't making as much money, had to bring in sponsors, had to do this and do this to try to get back. And then now finally they kind of reap reap what they sow, and they getting it now. So of course, like he said, now that you finally get there, of course you get the backlash. But somebody who's doing it's like, nah, I can only imagine how much they probably lost to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now you finally catching up and breaking even. But I'm saying, if you really add it all up, but you have to be on both sides of the spectrum to understand. If I'm always in the worker mindset of just like, bro, I'm asking you to do this for me and do that, but you don't have to never dish it out. You don't understand. It's the same thing we talk about with like our kids. Like, they have to work for it, so it don't mean the same for them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, I just want this video game, but it's like, bro, you know, I had to go work all these hours, I had to jump on these planes, do all that to afford this video game that you buy. It only $60 to you, but it took me, you know what I'm saying, all day to make this money. You know what I'm saying? You woke up, knocked the clothes out your eye and started playing with it. You know what I'm saying?
I was on Gates of the Garden for that. I opened the gates for that.
At the battle Dre fucking Dennis. How much battles Drake Dennis had? You know what I'm saying? I had to go jump on the plane and go all the way. Come on. So I think that's what the side of battle rap that people don't really like take in consideration. It's like, yo, a lot of people are putting their money up, like you said, with no return on that investment a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Especially we look at these leagues on the West, like I salute them, man, the West Worlds and them. I can only imagine how much they putting in to try to they doing events and helping each other out. But it's like, man, I know it's tough to keep it going and keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
Plus, it's like where I liken it to when like Geechi acts in our shows, like Geechi always shows love, but you don't want to be the nigga that's always like, bro, can you do it for the low? Can you do it for the low? Can you do it for the low? And sometimes leagues have to do that all the time. Where it's like, and you don't want to keep asking someone you respect their craft to do it for the low all the time. Right. You know what I mean? But then again, you pay them that, you're never making it back. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough, bro. It's tough, man.
It's one of the only things where it's like, you have to have scale. You have to have scale for this to work. But I've always thought that a lot of battle rap leagues maybe have it confused where you think, I'm an entertainment company. You know, my goal is to bring in viewers and to put on an event and sell tickets and sell pay-per-views, and that's my business model. I feel like a lot of people need to focus on, I'm not an entertainment company, I'm a talent development company. Because I'm going to develop these guys, I'm going to build a relationship with the pipeline basically of where they need to go out with, build a relationship with the RBEs and the URLs, get those guys on their way. And then they come back over here to bring some of that viewership to my league, and that's how I get some of the scale, and that's where you see the success of some leagues like iBattle, which they're a pipeline league, places like Gates of the Garden, places like Bullpen, 100% huge pipeline league, The Riot, another big pipeline league. So that's the type of model that people need to look at, where my product is not, oh, I have battles on YouTube. My product is the battlers that I'm producing.
And I think a lot of the league owners maybe don't do their research on like what YouTube pays, bro. Do the time. Oh my goodness. Do the time to know what YouTube pays. I mean, just so like, because I'm candid, I'm transparent with everything. Like I think me and Rum are like coming up on 90K. It's probably like a 20-minute battle. I don't have any mid rolls. Like I don't have any ads in the middle of it. We probably made $500 on it, bro. So just like do your, you know what I mean? Like, so just like do your math before you think YouTube's gonna pay you like thousands of dollars for your views.
And it doesn't help with, like, you know, like the top tiers putting out these fabricated numbers, man. Like I know a lot of these niggas be lying, bro. Yeah. You know, I'm getting 60, nigga. You ain't got 60 for the year. Shut up. But you sitting up telling people this, and then I'm gonna aspire to be a battle rapper too. Nigga, 60 for what? Oh yeah, yo. I said, yo.
That's a harsh reality when they get to it, man. That's a harsh reality.
What I'm saying. Like, stop lying, man.
But that be the fans, man. Like, maybe in them comments, man, you will see somebody like, yo, man, I can't believe, man, they shortcutting them, man. He should be getting 120,000 a battle by now. Come on, man.
We were just watching the Daylight battle. He's like, I got 1.8 million for this. Like, Daylight, you gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill. 1.8 for the Tay Rock
like
battle,
Dr. Evil, nigga. Yeah, $1.8 million.
Yeah, for real. Like that, people lose the value of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like getting 10, 20, 30 is good for 10 minutes of rapping.
That's good money.
2,000, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's good money for that time of rapping, especially depending where you at in your career. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, people start hearing somebody else's thing. You hear Murder Mook said he gets this, and now the dude who ain't even on Mook's level is like, man, I got to at least be getting half of that by now.
Honestly, you know I'm not gonna lie to you, and this has come from somebody that I've been in the work field the entirety of my life. I was looking at, I get like Indeed jobs that come to me all the time. I'm happily employed where I'm at now, but as this comes to me, I look. Nigga, I was ecstatic to see that jobs are giving you an allowance to get a car with a gas card. I'm like, nigga, what? Like that damn near, it's blowing my mind, but I'm at that point now to where I'm in my field and I'm becoming like the upper echelon to what I do. And now I'm getting offers to where like, oh yeah, we'll give you per diem, we'll give you a car allowance, and we'll give you a gas card. Do you know that's 60% of what I have to spend my money on? Nigga, if you say, Craig, we have you come battle out here, we'll fly to New York, we'll give you a room for 3 days, and nigga, we'll give you a food voucher to go get some chopped cheese, and we'll give you 500. Nigga, I'm coming. I'm out here, nigga. And I don't care who know what I got to be out here. But I got out to New York for free, nigga, to do what I love. And to be able to be like, you got an opportunity to be on a platform. What the URL does for you and when it puts you there, you got to make the most of that opportunity once they put you there. You already did it, but what are you going to do with the fact that you've made it there? No, that's a lot of niggas don't further their career. No merch. No outside presence outside of battles. Niggas don't do what you do. Like sitting up with this podcast, half the niggas, we don't see them if they not battling.
Straight up. Nah, for real. And I tell battlers that a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, that it's about, like you say, taking advantage of the opportunity when you get it. You know what I'm saying? You got to just take advantage of it, man, because like you just said, that might not sound like a lot to somebody. Oh, man, you getting flew out, you getting, you know what I mean, housed, then you getting some dollars on top of it, but you go to some of these events, man, you don't know who be there. People done rapped in front of Chris Brown, Drake, Kevin Durant, ASAP Fergs and all kind of people just
Nick
be
Cannon,
Nick
yeah, all
Cannon,
these
just
niggas,
all type
man.
of people that just be in the building, from Lloyd Banks all the way to a goddamn actress that be in there sometime that might not even have showed her face. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you have
Just,
no idea who
you know what I
watch
mean?
it.
But they just in there watching it. You know what I'm saying? So you can literally put on and then boom, look at Easy the Block Captain was on Fresh Prince through Battle Rap. Jay Black was in it as well. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? People don't know he was standing in the background. So it's like you get those opportunities off of somebody who's seen that, wanted to put you in a TV show, or seen that, wanted you on a commercial, or seen that, wanted to make you wear their clothing brand. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And use you for that. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of times, yeah, people have to understand those things. Like it's up to you to kind of use the opportunity for
But
yourself.
Champion smacking them for that as well. And we have to look at the fact that they have made niggas extremely successful through their business.
Oh, yeah.
So like you said, when you got these platforms that for the most part will put your talents on display here, you go and bring some of that viewership back.
Yeah.
He without him, we don't see Conceited on Wildin' Out. We
Right.
don't see Hitman on Wildin' Out and all these BET movies. We don't see Clips in that same area. And now, as these people are doing that and they're getting this exposure, bring it back to battle
Right.
rap. Then do what Hitman is doing. You create bags and bodies. You're creating an avenue for people to be seen, to be able to get this notoriety. Give back. Don't put the onus on the people that just started it.
Yeah.
Yes, they may have been the ones that laid the foundation, but nigga, put a brick down.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
put
facts.
some more to it, and as a culture, build this thing. Don't make them carry the load of this. That's
Yeah.
not fair to them. They already look at what they giving niggas. Without them, a lot of people they are even Math.
Yeah.
Math had
Hell
look at
yeah.
his super
Yeah.
successful
Hell yeah.
podcast.
Sure.
Right.
All started with getting that URL,
Yep.
that cosign.
Yeah, straight up.
That's facts.
Come on, man.
Yeah, a lot of people don't give them the credit where it's due at the end of the day because they think, oh, you're just riding URL because it's the biggest league and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But they put a lot of money in a lot of people's hands,
Changed my
giving
life,
a lot of
for sure.
opportunities to
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Facts.
And like you said, the viewership wise, like if smacking them, if there was no platform for this, there would where would those views go?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like if that business fell apart at some point along in its genesis, like where would battle rap be at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes would just, I'll just go battle on Grind Time at the time, or I could have gone and battled on King of the Dot. But it's like, this is the platform. Like what Smack always says, or what Beasley always says when they get interviews. Like if you think it's so easy to make another Smack, then make another
Do
Smack.
it.
Facts. That's real shit, dude. They have some solid points. Like when I think it's died down the talk about making their battles drop on YouTube, where battles
Yeah.
like, I want my battle drop on YouTube. It's like, no, you don't. You want it to drop on URL's YouTube.
Yeah.
Where they have a million subscribers. Like, they can drop it on your channel. You know what I mean? If you want it so bad. That's because they cultivated a fan base over a decade on YouTube. You know what I mean? It's like, they're really allowing you access.
Or nigga, don't take no money. And yes, I'll put you on YouTube. And like you just said, we hear what you're getting for 90K.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you really want
Yeah,
what you gonna get for this
Like,
million
yeah,
view
like,
battle?
we'll put
And
your
then we
battle
gotta
on
split
YouTube
it
and
because
then
we
we-
gotta give it to the other person paying you.
Whatever y'all make off them views is yours all day.
Do you want to bank it
Yeah.
on that, or do you want to take this upfront check?
And that goes back to the fans too. It's like where like YouTube views are like shot in every league.
They
you know what I'm
down.
saying? It's like they're
For the
down.
free battles.
Yeah, for the free battles from everywhere
crazy.
that's dropping. Like all the leagues that's dropping. I mean, we've seen King of the Dot put out some dope battles from Pastel. Business, taking a while for them to get
that's
traction
right.
on big views. You know what I'm saying?
I was surprised.
You know what I mean?
I thought like maybe the Current was going, but you and Bad News did some fucking numbers in some days,
I was
bro.
surprised.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that one
was
actually
shot
That did
up.
caught up.
fucking
That one actually
numbers.
caught up. Yeah, that one actually caught up. I think that was the word of the mouth around that battle too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the talk around that battle, and then like you say, it be tough because you get good battles like that, and then usually it'll stop somewhere like 100K maybe.
Yeah.
So to see it to keep rising, I was definitely ecstatic about that my damn self. You
It
know
was a
what I'm
really
saying?
good battle. It's a sleeper classic, low key.
Yeah.
I don't want to use that word, but
Facts.
I know people throw the C word out all the time. But it's it really has replay value
facts.
too.
That's a
It
fact.
is a great
a good
battle.
battle,
It got vintage parts of you in there. Bad News, probably that first round was flawless from
Yeah,
him. I don't think he
yeah.
could have done any better.
Yep.
You know, Bad News with that movement.
Yeah, he was feeling it.
Yeah,
Like you can tell.
shit.
Dope venue. Like everything about that battle was like it was the essence of battle rap again.
Yeah.
And it's probably because it felt so genuine. We haven't seen that in a
Yeah.
minute. So it was good being
Yeah.
able to see that again.
Yeah.
Like niggas really in here battling. Like for real.
For real, nah, for real, man. I definitely rocked with it all the way. What else do you got coming up, man? As far as this year, man, anything you could talk about?
Just the docu-series. We're starting a film, and then we're just trying to make shit for Caffeine, man.
Yeah,
like I'm trying to
Caffeine, we need a contract.
just trying to make some like like.
How crazy did your phone go after people was hearing about the caffeine cuts, man?
Oh man.
Oh, they made a big chop.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. Because the thing is like I do work for caffeine, but I've always been a creator first, so I feel them.
Yeah,
You know, man, I feel them. Like it's like, bro, and a lot of that was substantial money. People are paying rent, mortgages with that shit. You know, so like it was a bad time whenever that many black or brown people have to get that much money cut. You know, but like Craig said, like. You go in debt as a business, and caffeine's no different. Caffeine's no different. You know, they got funding for they did 4 rounds of funding. At some point, that business has to try to make money.
Yes,
Right.
you know, have to recoup somewhere.
I don't like calling battle partners that I love and consider family, and telling them that their money's ran out. I do understand the business aspect of it, and I'll always fight for them. But I kind of knew the day was coming. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of money.
I think we all did. You see it right now. Well, hey, no lie. We on a conference call. Under no studio in. You can't lie. You walk through that threshold.
Yeah, I got you.
You're incapable of. It's like liar, liar.
Okay, I got
you. Can't tell a lie.
All right.
Y'all niggas weren't putting out no real content, a lot of y'all niggas. We not gonna lie, man. Y'all niggas was collecting a check from caffeine. Y'all niggas throwing on the camera sitting up like this. Nigga, you on your real job while you filming yourself on caffeine. Nigga not doing nothing. Most of y'all niggas weren't putting out no real content.
I'm not mad at them, though. I'm not mad at them, though. It's the hustle. If nobody was noticing, I'm not mad at you, bro. Get your bread.
I for sure would have been doing it.
Honestly, like, y'all love YouTube so much, go see what them YouTube numbers look like when you put your fucking podcast out there, whatever you're filming. Because, man, that algorithm on YouTube is not forgiving at all.
Any real hustler nigga or any real nigga that knows something about something, you know this bag is going to run out. They're not going to keep giving us this. Don't make this a source that you rely on. This is something you have to flip. Or you stack, then you have a plan after. Because that can't. You cannot think that the money that. I know. I heard some people say the money that they were making off caffeine. You're not making that nowhere else.
But I mean, I've even heard people, and you know, I'm one of the ones who be a good advocate for it, because I've heard people who tried to oh man, they ruined battle rap or they killed battle rap, and to me, I never got that.
Me neither.
I've always felt like they've enhanced it and helped it. You know what I'm saying? As far as like you said, they gave a lot of people creative opportunities, and then it was up to the battler. People have to take ownership on themselves, because we know for a fact, like people who were in the know, like caffeine, I only paid those guys for those shows, but I'm talking about some people was able to get computers to film their stuff, different little resources to do it. So if you literally didn't try to make your show something the best that you could have, and your own, that's kind of show like a slap in the face. Also, like that's like me. If I'm giving you bread, I'm giving you something, and you ain't even trying to make your do this. You just you just doing the same.
The camera
hitting the camera and turn on TV. After a while, it's like, all right, man, now you playing with my shit as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm giving you the opportunity. You can't say I'm killing anything. We giving away battles for free. We giving all the battlers that got any kind of clout a show that you can. They can do whatever they show got to be. Everybody got their own right. I'm not telling them what they show could be. They could be cooking. They could be smoking weed. They can be selling vitamin water. You know what I'm saying? They can do whatever they want to do on their show, and they all choose to do the same thing, then that's on them. If their views don't hit the same, because if the lower name is doing the same show that Tay Rock's doing, of course we're gonna watch Tay Rock do it. It just makes more sense. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it goes. You feel me? But I think it really helped. A lot of times we've seen some of the bigger checks for battlers. Battlers always said that they've got paid more than they've ever been paid since the True merged URL and Caffeine to do these events together. So that's always a good thing, getting more money involved. Like you said, Drake being a part of it. Like, as far as him being on stage with URL was cool, partnering up with Caffeine and him throwing events and throwing tournaments and putting money and being there brung so many eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, my phone still to this day be like, yo, remember? Hey, yo, tell Drake, man. You know what I'm saying, about my new album that's coming out, Geechi. Like, bro, nigga, I already, I ain't talked to Drake since I talked to Drake. Relax, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, y'all think I'm going to his birthday parties every year with me and bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Drizzy. I know you love me, nigga. I fuck with you. But come on, the fam think that me and you just sit on the phone and talk shit all day. You feel me? But like, realistic, you got somebody like that that's coming around and being a part of it and, enhancing the culture and things of that nature. Like, it turned into other things like outside of it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can really put that on their resume. You know what I'm saying? I participated in a tournament hosted by the biggest rapper in the world. You know what I'm saying? Won it, lost it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I think it brought a lot more eyes to it. I think this culture, that thing that makes me upset the most is they're always looking for somebody to blame for when they don't like something.
Exactly.
If I don't like something personally, then I just blame somebody.
Yeah, and I think like the only thing that I would like really not blame or just highlight that needs to be taken care of is like whenever you're in a black culture and profiting off of it with like caffeine gained a following because they were in a black space. If you do retract at some point, you just have to be careful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I understand the business part of it, it's just like, and that's like what I took really seriously in that point, where it's like, if we're using the black, not using, but like inside of the black culture, something that's protected like battle rap, and we do decide to let off the gas, you just have to be careful in how you do it, bro.
Yeah.
Because it could look like you were just here to steal, you know what I mean? So like, that's what like I took seriously, was like, man, let's just make sure we're doing right by the people and giving them fair warning and shit.
But what they did,
because you do want the culture to understand that, like you say, that it's done right, because you don't want it, like you say, that's the double-edged sword, because if it feels like you came and you did this for a little second, and it's like, how I get my ball back? Everybody in the uproar, like, wait, what the hell? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And what I can say, it's not like they like cut battle rap and got Tucker Carlson and all these people. But I see Tommy the Clown over there, all his life, all digital. Like I be seeing, it's a lot.
Tommy still eat. Tommy still eat.
Sometimes Tommy the Clown events have more shooters at it than the battle rap events.
Tommy still eating, man. You know what I'm saying? Tommy still
getting the gangbangers come out for the dancing events in L.A., bro.
Tommy still eating bodies like they eating. You know what I'm saying? Those are still getting to it, man.
Yeah, I think they did it well, man.
And there's a lot of battlers who still do have shows on there. Like, you got me and Jazz with one. I know DNA still cooking. I've seen Rock doing his things. There's a lot of other cats who still, putting up their shows consistently. And even the ones who I think may have got cut, I've still seen them, you know what I mean? Just, it's like it was a platform for them where they kind of got it. You see the community over there with AD and Pun be on Cafe doing their thing. I've seen Big U with shows. Like, there's a lot of people that you be like, damn, I didn't even know they had shows on here now. You know what I'm saying? So I think it did open up.
It didn't help that when we had to cut everyone's guaranteed monthly payment that Geechi tweeted out, if you're having caffeine problems, I feel bad for you.
Yeah, man, every now and then, man, I just gotta,
It's like, Geechi, you're killing our PR strategy right now.
Baby, we still here. You know what I'm saying? Me and Tommy the Clown still eating. You know what I'm saying? Me and Tommy still getting to it. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Gonna go over there and watch one of his little battle fest or something on the next episode, man. But now, for real, man, like, I definitely, man, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you pulling up, too.
Always,
man. You know
man. I'm a big fan of this,
like
bro.
this,
I've always been a fan of No Studio, man. I appreciate what you guys are doing, man. It's hard to do this. People don't realize to create consistency in it. It's hard to 100%. Do, bro. It's really hard to do. It's one of the only like battle rap podcasts I watch. I don't have a lot of time, but like it's one of the ones I'm always tuned into, man. I appreciate what you guys do here.
Nah, man. Any last second questions? Anything you wanna hit my guy where we got to go to anything?
I'm all covered on all bases, to be honest with you, bro. I always appreciate having you, bro.
Always,
one of my favorite people in the culture. If I could rap, I'd want to rap like you, to be honest.
Appreciate it, man.
Speaking of rap, though, before we get him out of here,
Ethan said I did 5 minutes. I've been rapping like EK says.
Before we get him out of here, my boy is in the cut. He been wanting to have a battle with you.
Oh no! On the spot?
On the spot.
On the spot.
The money.
Listen, put the glasses on.
Listen.
10 minutes pack.
I charge $250, so I need about $150 up front.
What you got for me?
What you got for me?
Oh man, cigarette. I got like a couple bars, man.
Oh yeah, hey, on you. Top of the first.
Top of the first. Come on.
I said, yo.
We had all episode. The money, the great. They thought he wasn't here.
Hey, turn him up.
Turn him up. Frack. Now we got
Before
EK.
you battled him, though, let's give him a backstory. Frack cooked him. He beat L.I. the Mayor, though. He was 1-1 on the show.
All right.
So now it's time for EKG, or should I say ECG? Yes, everything's a heart check. I see it on the shoes, the chucks. You know, we got the same button up.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Let me fix this battle up for you. Okay. Real nice. Kind of a little gray area. You know what I mean? Like, here we go again. Another battle on No Studio against Emerson Kennedy.
Okay.
I'm going to take him to Kennedy Road in Toronto.
Okay.
Tell them boys over there, them shot us. Juan must go.
That's a game line.
You gonna take him over there? You gonna take him to
Real don't gotta ride. Y'all say when it's real don't gotta ride, nigga.
The boys don't go guan.
Said guan.
Like that.
You say you gonna take me to Toronto?
With the shots.
With the shotters.
Uh-huh.
It's always on.
It's on you. Hey, I ain't got to keep going.
Hey, turn me up. Turn me up. I said I heard this whole round.
Okay.
Sound like to me it wasn't about shit.
Okay.
But that nigga did take it to the max.
Uh-huh.
Not Max, but I'm talking about the outfit. Nigga went to TJ Maxx.
Oh, shit.
Hey, all right. Did you get that from TJ Maxx? Hell no.
Oh, you gonna be on the documentary?
He got the outfit. He said he got the outfit Ross dressed for less.
Okay.
Nigga got it at the Groupon.
Oh, okay.
Nigga got the knees out.
Okay.
Looked like he been doing the Colin Kaepernick too long. I was really on too long.
Hey,
Oh, okay. Hold on. I ain't done.
Oh yeah, go back. Yeah.
It's time to play it. It's time to wait. Hold on.
you're knocked out. You're knocked out.
Ow. Ow.
It's on me, nigga. He said, "Let me rap." Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's time to be the mailman.
Yeah.
I'm battling this dude. He supposed to be Utah Jazz.
Okay.
He like he fuck with 12, John Stockton. Me and my boys, we coming out of Compton.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I got the hoes and knees punk rocking.
Yeah,
So
go.
listen, I'm gonna keep on holding it down for Compton against Emerson Kennedy. I'm gonna take him out like his name was John Kennedy.
Don't touch him.
Sniper. Watch out. Oh, too late. Here we go again. He made his last date in his battle rap right here. It's over with. He said he wanted to end his battle rap career. I'm gonna put the nail in the coffin.
Don't touch him.
That nigga
Don't touch him.
counter on him and grab him.
Cause he ain't battled the great.
But it's real.
He said he's over 9,000.
Yeah.
Even with one round, he beat you.
Let's go. Hey, good battle though. Good battle though, man.
On camera, it looks different. On camera,
You
it looks
already
different.
know, man.
I will say, before we go, I will say the impetus for writing Gray Area.
Yeah.
There was always this like moment. I had to thank Geechi for it because him and Sarah became pretty good friends filming.
facts.
She's like
Shout out
Geechi's
Sarah,
like
man.
her favorite person, the actress in Gray Area, and she has all of this stuff about not knowing black. I shouldn't say black culture, but like LA street culture. You know, like she just knows nothing about it. And when I would put her around those people, it would just like naturally be funny.
Yeah.
And I remember the first thing I started after a couple months of her noticing all this shit about LA street culture. I would just start writing it down. You know, she doesn't know anything. And like Geechi tagged her in a photo, and she's like, "Why when Geechi tags me in a photo, a lot of people follow me with the name Locke at the end?" I was like, this shit writes itself, bro. When Geechi tagged you, first of all,
All the lokes follow.
as soon as Geechi tagged you in the photo, all the looks follow. I was crying, bro. I was like,
my
and people are like,
God.
"How do you write Gary?" I'm like, "It writes itself, bro. It literally writes
man.
itself." Shit like that all the time, bro.
man.
Like, that's too funny. That's so Gotti, thank you, bro.
Nah,
You
man, we
really,
appreciate you, man.
we owe
We
you a lot,
definitely
man.
appreciate you, man. Like, is Gray Area ever coming back, man?
I think so, man. I think
Okay.
this season we're gonna do 2 seasons of Reggie. This summer we're gonna do 2 seasons of Reggie and 2 more seasons of Gray Area.
Let's go.
Man,
And then,
that's
and I've been
dope.
begging
That's dope.
Geechi to write his own shit, and everybody's like, bro. Everybody's like, bro, stop with the comedy. Give us some street shit. I'm like, I'm not a street nigga. You better hit Geechi's line for that. So as soon as Geechi writes some shit for me, we will film it.
I got y'all, man. I got you, man. I appreciate you always having me, man. We appreciate you. Last Second C on YouTube,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Subscribe. We gonna always have this in the comments when this episode drops. It's gonna drop immediately because we live. We're gonna put that, you know what I mean, put a little clip of that in the comments, you know, so y'all can just click the link and hit the subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you following up Emerson Kennedy on all the social platforms, man. Tune in every Saturday for Reggie.
Yes, sir.
It's almost up because we finna drop
Trial and error.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
So come on, man. He be moving like stars right now. Once one stop, the next one.
It got to.
You know what
Gotta
I'm
keep it
saying?
going.
So come on, y'all really need to tune in, man. It's some of the best content on YouTube, and not just because it's just the battlers in it, man. I just really honestly think it's dope shows, man. Like, it's funny. He's got a lot of influencers and different people that come on those shows, man. It's dope, man. And mix and match, and the Ace and Loso combination is TV gold, man. That's one of my favorite combinations on YouTube. So y'all make sure y'all watching that, man. They like the Russell Red and Jelly Roll in the Last Second C universe, man. Those two dudes is
100%.
classic, man. But you already know what it is, man. Anything you want to shout out before we get up out of here?
Yeah, go to the Riot Network.
Please.
Like, comment, subscribe on the videos, on the battles that they got dropping. Also, we got battles that are dropping on No Studio right now. Eli the Mayor and Don Marino. And a lot of the battles that happened in Miami from that weekend are there as well. So go check those out. And that's pretty much everything, man. Always support the channel.
Dope. It was an honor to sit down with EK on the couch. Had a great time, man. Time flew by. It's very rare that you get these people that could be able to be influential in the game. I think the way that you were, it was extremely subtle, but I think that it's permanent, and that's what matters. It's like whatever you came here for. I believe that if it's not evident now, we will be able to see that. And I can say, like, as the West on the West Coast, we accept you as one of our own. Obviously,
Appreciate that, bro.
One of the best to do it out here. So it's an honor to be able to see your career, and hopefully I could be in the building for one of these ones that you got wrapping up.
Yes, sir.
'Cause I definitely want to be there. I think it's an iconic moment for the West.
Yes, sir.
Yep, agreed.
Thing you wanna?
Yeah, Geechi covered all the follows. So just like I get, the only thing I would say is I get a lot of questions about filming, but bro, there's like a lot of people have ideas. I would just recommend, because sometimes I don't respond to the DMs, and I apologize because I try to stay off the socials. But like, if you have an idea to shoot something, the main thing, the important thing is fail fast. So if you have an idea, shoot it. It's gonna look shitty, but the next one's gonna look less shitty, and the next one's gonna look less shitty and less shitty until it's actually good and like, holy shit. So for all the people that hit me, like, how do you film this, bro? Cell phone, iPhone video, and then you just start learning how to be less shitty until you're good. So stick to it, man. It's just in the.
That's right.
Oh, man. Salute. You know what it is, man. It's your boy Geechi Gotti. This is the conference call, man, where the bosses link up, man, to talk all things battle rap. Get some of the dope guests, man. Today we had Emerson Kennedy. It's your boy Geechi Gotti. Y'all tuned into No Studio Network. Appreciate y'all coming out. Yeah.
No front, no faking, that's what you be doing. And in my hood, we call that studioing. Scandalous. Surgery look like the doc tryna peel cabbage. Savage. Say a joke for a nigga playing. Lie. Guns, 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 all I rap about. Yeah, little bitch, I air it out.